Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't wanna miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats, you know that we gotta run it back. Whether on the field or the court, you know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.
All right, so the WNBA expansion draft came and went like the wind. Not surprised by it. It was on ESPN. It was hosted by Andrea Carter, Ellen Duncan, and Rebecca Lobo. I mean, to be honest, it was no excitement. There was no excitement to this draft, expansion draft. The commissioner, Captain Ingeberg, didn't come out and speak, didn't say anything about it. Sinead Umake did an interview with the head coach for the Golden State Warriors. But nonetheless, before the expansion draft even took place, it was about probably like an hour before, there was rumor about people being, traded, taken away. Taken away from certain teams. The biggest name was Kate Martin. That it got leaked like instantly that she was going to be selected. ESPN did, they did an interview with Kate Martin and everything like that. Then the next name that fell into there was Kayla Thornton from the New York Liberty. Now, here's the full breakdown roster right here. If you're looking at it, you got Ayanna Rupert, who is she's a center from the Atlanta Dream. Carla Alate from the Dallas Wings. Stephanie Talbert from the LA Sparks. Monica Billings from the Phoenix Mercury. Marie Carney from the Chicago Sky. Temi Finbilly from the Indiana Fever, which I'm gonna get to Temi Finbilly in a few minutes. Cecilia Zandalesio from Minnesota Leaks. The Seattle Storm no selection. Veronica Burton from Connecticut. Kate Martin from the Aces. Keller Thornton from Liberty, and Julie Van Loo from the Mystics. That's another shocker, Katie Van Loo. Wondering. But this was my surprise right here. Temi Finbilly. She was the surprise out of all because we thought that it would have going to be Dantas. It was going to be somebody else. Probably Victoria Saxon. It could have been Grace Berger. It could have been Christy Wallace. But it was neither. Shockingly, it was Temi Finbilly. And the thing about it is because they came out with a promo of everything of who was going to be protected. And we thought with that promo picture that it was going to be Temi Finbilly. It was going to be, she was going to be protected. They was going to keep her. But that was never the case. The case was she wasn't protected. So who was the sixth player they protected? That's who I want to know. Who was the sixth player? Some believe it's Dantas. Now you can only protect six people. So, and you can only core one, and we already know that core one is going to go to who it's going to go to at that time. So, but I feel at the end of the day, Temi Finbilly, she was, one of the hardest souls for the team. She was an enforcer. She stood up for Caitlin. She loved running with Caitlin. We've seen that in the beginning, but until Temi got hurt, and that's where I think her consistency lies more of her getting picked up because she wasn't valuable as well as she was in the first half of the season. Um, First half of the season as she was in the second half. Second half of the season, she was invaluable. She was injured a lot. We kept waiting for her to come back. When she first got hurt in the beginning of the season, it took a long time. Then she finally came back, and she was never the same, really. In the second half of the season, her rhythm was off a little bit, running the floor. She was missing layups, and there was one play that they didn't even rotate to her. They leave her on the island by herself, and they didn't even help her. But defensively, she was there. But skill-wise, offensive-wise, that was where it hurt the Fever. I mean, because you couldn't get a lot of production out of her. You couldn't get no production out of Tammy Finley. And that's where the emergence of the Damaris Johnson came into play. Same thing with Lexi Hall, where her emergence came up. Katie Lou fell off. Katie Lou had a good first half. I would say good first half, subpar half of the season. She had a subpar half of the first season, and then she didn't show up at all in the second half of the season. And that's where Lexi Hall actually took off. So the same thing with Tammy Finley, Dantas, who was hurt, but she had to get her rhythm. When she came back, she added something different that Tammy Finley can. Dantas was a little bit more, a bigger body under the rim. She was able to space the floor. She was able to do a lot of screens that helped CC. We struggle with off ball screens, and she was able to hit shots from the outside. And that's something that Katie Lou and Tammy Finley couldn't do for us, to hit shots from the outside. We needed more of that. The only thing about Johnson is she was out of shape and she couldn't run the floor as well, but she did her job well. And maybe they looked at Johnson as more valuable because of what the Fever were looking to do going into the season, is to spread the floor, is to have more defense. But maybe Dantas could, work us up back in shape, running, and get better. Because she was, same thing like I said in my live earlier tonight, same thing like Leo Boston. She was able to get in shape later on, but she wasn't full in shape. Now she wants to be more in shape. She wants to slim it down. And maybe Dantas could do that. But you got to think, Dantas was out with injury. I think it was a knee. So you got to understand her movement running up the floor was still lagging because she was coming back from injury. And people was looking at, well, she's too slow, she's too big. You got to take injuries. Anytime you have an injury to your knee or your feet or your ankle, it's going to slow you down, especially when you're already a heavy person. So I don't hold that against Dantas. I think if she was like Melissa Smith, not providing anything, then I would have more of a problem. But it just sucks that Tammy Finley won't be with the team because me personally, I thought they were going to pick Katie Lou. I would rather them pick Katie Lou than Tammy Finley. And then if you're going to keep Dantas, I would still have both of them. You know what I'm saying? I think Katie Lou, I don't think, we don't know who they protect. We don't know if they protect Katie Lou. We don't know if they protect Dantas because Dantas still has one more year left on her contract. 2, Katie Lou is still on the contract. And we was hoping that Katie Lou would have got plucked because then her contract would be off the books. You know what I'm saying? So that would have been more money that the Fever could utilize. Now, we don't know what could happen with everything because we still got Melissa Smith on there. And a lot of people think that we could keep Melissa Smith through going into the season. I don't think we will, but would it be shocking? Yeah, it would be for me. So I don't think they're going to keep her. I still think they're going to find a trade piece for her because that Satsu Sully situation is still there and it's quiet as kept as it is. But it sucks right now that Tammy is gone, and I know Caitlin probably, not really, feeling it. But her best friend Kate Martin got picked up over there with the Valkyries. Some people think that we can make a trade with Alyssa Smith and bring Kate Martin over there. Could be. I won't. I won't rule it out. To be honest with you, I won't rule it out. But we could use Alyssa Smith as a trade piece for Satu Sunday. So we could free up something. You know, you still got the draft. The Fever still pick at number 8, and there's a lot of rumors going on between Sonia Crichton for Notre Dame and Aja Savik from I said it right before for Savannah. So they're the two that's projected to be picked by the Fever at number 8. But as I was discussing on my live with Jamal Moore, shout out to him, he brought up a good thing about Sonya. She's more ready than Savik because Savik is 18. She needs more time to develop and everything. Same thing, you know, with Sutron. She's more WNBA ready. She has the skill set. She has the defense. She has the 3-point shooting. She has the tenacity, and she reminds me of Lexi Hall a little bit. She has a Lexi Hall appeal a little bit. But anyway, like I said, man, it sucks for Temi Finbilly to leave, but I understand as a business, you know, we can't keep everybody. You know, we got our favorites on the team, but it's what it is. I do wish Temi well. I think she'll be a great addition. She's a hustle player. She's not going to give you much with points-wise, with defense and rebounding and running the floor. She's going to give you that. And that's why I think the factor between Katie Lou, Dante still on the team is because of what they provide. I will say, understand Katie Lou had a baby. She had to get herself in shape. But she missed a lot of threes. She missed a lot of wide open shots. She's not fast even, you know, to run up the floor. So, and they want to run. But at the same time, when you run and be a team that run, you also have to learn how to play half court also. So I don't know. Maybe Katie Lou, maybe Dantes might get in shape. Maybe they get faster and run. You get in a lot of shape. And me personally, Dante's shooting is not a problem with me. Her offensive, game is not an issue with me because before she even got back to the team, nobody knew who the heck she was. Everybody was all down on Dantes. And then when they finally seen Dantes play, and if you think about it, you could go back and look at my whole Indiana Fever playlist and go all the way down to all my videos. And you see, I did a video on Damaris Dantes when Damaris Dantes was hurt. And I was one of the ones that said that, hey, she could be a great asset because she could three real good. She could rebound. She knows how to set screens. That you've seen it because she sets screens. She moves without the basketball. She doesn't stay in one spot. She moves. If you don't see her moving at the top, you see her moving down to the box. And she was a good excuse me. And she was a good backup to Leo Boston also, to where Leo Boston would get a rest. Dantes came in and fell in that spot because then you could use it at the top. There was a time you saw Temi Finbilly down low. Damaris was at top, and Alyssa Smith down low. Damaris at top like that, and Damaris was able to move out, set screens for CC to get her open, and then what CC do? If she ain't got the shot, she kicked it back to Damaris Dantes, and 9 out of 10, Damaris Dantes ain't getting no shots down. If you had Temi Finbilly on the floor with a Leo Boston, you have the paint cloth. You don't have the spread from the top of the key. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have another 3-point shooter that can hit outside to take that pressure off of Caitlin and Kelsey Mitchell. So we have to look at it as a twofold thing. You know, it would have been good to keep Temi, which I love Temi Finbilly. Don't trust me when I say this. I feel the pain just like all of y'all. But you have to be realistic about what are you looking for your team, because the thing about it is that Temi is limited in scoring wise. Yeah, she might be scoring overseas and doing all this, but the WNBA is totally different from overseas. So I'm just trying to bring some realization to y'all. So again, let me know what you think. You know, how you feel about the draft. Leave likes or comments below. I greatly appreciate it. Everyone that came into the live tonight, I really, really appreciate it. Hopefully by the time the season starts, I'm gonna have a special intro for everything in the NFL. I'm gonna have a special intro for that, and I'm gonna have a rebrand intro for Live Wire Sports Media. So just stay tuned and everything, and keep it locked in. Hit that notification bell, hit that subscribe button, continue to support the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Until the next video, guys, I'll see you when I see you.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live Wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't wanna miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.